because of stuff that's happening, I decided I need to address it. So, of course, as you know, I started my Become a Legend in Pro Evolution Soccer 2014, and I'm taking a new approach as opposed to last year. I'm trying to do storylines and to actually create a story that you can actually watch more as opposed to just me telling you what Cole is doing, what my character is doing. But because of that, and because of how my story started, people are saying and are thinking that I am copying AA9Skillz' series on FIFA with his Skills Junior, I think he called him. So I just wanted to address this because if you have been in a viewer of mine for a while, when I was doing Pro Evolution Soccer 2013 Become Legend, because I've been doing that quite a few. I have 65 episodes, and I only started being very active on that series very late the PES year, and as the viewers, I was saying, yeah, if you have been a viewer of mine from that period and you've been watching that series, you know that through closing to the end of it, I was started talking about how it's literally impossible for me to actually end the series with a good ending because we were only in our third or something season, and the new games were gonna come out, and because of my slacking uploading, I wouldn't have time to end it, and people started suggesting what I should do, you know, to not have to really end the series, but start playing 2014. And some people suggested that I should maybe have the same character and start the career with him in 2014, but maybe alter his stats so we pretty much start where we left off. And I considered that too, but still it would involve using an editor, and I don't know, I think it's just against the spirit of the game a little bit. So I decided not doing that, but I already was trying to see how I could continue his career and continue his story, and I was actually thinking of maybe doing it with a junior, with his son. And somebody actually, a loyal viewer of mine, maybe he can recall this if he's still watching my videos, that he actually suggested in a few videos after that, when I was still taking suggestions as to what I should do. He suggested that I should, he says, quote, you should continue the career and have him, name him Cole Jr. And somebody else replied to him, to his comment, saying, no, that would be boring. And of course, in the first episode of this year's Pro Evolution Soccer, I addressed the other person's comment that he said he might be boring, and I'm sorry if he thinks it is now that he's watching it. But when the first person said that I should name him Cole Jr. and continue his career, I already had that idea in mind for at least a couple weeks, because I was trying to see the pros and cons of it, and I could only find pros at that point, because I could continue his story. I wouldn't have to use any editors. I wouldn't have to cheat basically the game, and that was still before really before the last 2 months of the Pro Evolution Soccer 2013 year. But and then of course I was watching AA9Skillz' series like on and off. I didn't really catch every episode, but every like major episode I would say I probably watched it. And during the end, I mean, approaching the end of his series, he was also basically taking suggestions as to what he should do. And then I started seeing comments on his videos. I remember this comment. It said, have Skills have a son and then continue with him in FIFA 14. And then somebody replied, that's why I remember this comment, because somebody replied something very true to that comment, saying that Skills' son would grow up in a year and continue the career of his father, who is only a year older than him. And that is true, but basically you don't really have to think about it for this to work. You don't have to overthink things. But anyway, at that point, what I saw, I was reading that, I didn't really think much of it. But then when he had an episode thinking, I think it was named some news or something, and people were trying to guess in the comments what news he had, and most of the people were saying a kid, and then the episode was called A Kid. So I obviously everybody knew where he was trying to go with that story, and right at that point I could see it. I was like, oh shit, I can see it right now. Next year I'm gonna start my series, and people are gonna say I'm copying him, and that is exactly what happened. First of all, I just want for the people to think about, why do they think I'm copying him? What are the similarities between my storyline and his storyline? Because he is the kid of the previous player, and he is called Junior. Of course, because he's being a kid and he's taking his father's name, he has to be called Junior. That is the only similarity. And that is not, I'm not copying him. I promise I'm not copying AA9Skillz on that one. That is a very unfortunate coincidence for me. And if you still think I'm copying him, basically, if I'm copying him by doing this, then I guess AA9Skillz is copying Chris Smoove for doing his storyline, which some people actually do say every video of his. For some strange reason, they keep saying you're copying Chris Smoove. And I personally, in my opinion, I don't think he is. He took a basic idea from Chris Smoove maybe, and then he added his own twist to it, and that, believe it or not, is still called being original. And that is what YouTube, what video making, what everything is all about, basically. Because if he's copying Chris Smoove, then everybody is copying a Sam 5000 by doing Road to Glories in Ultimate Team. Because yeah, he is pretty much the first one on YouTube to actually name it Road to Glory and do it in that format of video making. Sorry, I just got the comment on the second episode of Pro Evolution Soccer Become a Legend episode 2. I wonder what it is. Maybe it has to do with copying again, maybe not. But yeah, because some people actually weren't towards me, and especially in episode in the second episode, weren't really hostile towards me. Like, they weren't like, oh, you're copying AA9Skillz, fuck off or something. They were like, I know it's like cool what you're doing, but maybe you should come up with your own storylines. I did. I really did. And also, this is one thing that I really didn't want to forget, that if you really think, if you still, after all this, if you really still think I'm copying AA9Skillz, just watch, just look, like, try to see besides the point, the fact that we are both having a character named Junior, like name and then Junior, but look at the storytelling. I think that's why I wanted to do this year, not for just for PES, for FIFA as well, but I haven't started the FIFA one yet. But I wanted to do storyline ones this year, because and you just have to see that our storytelling, that is the one thing that I think is the best proof that I'm not copying anybody, that I'm trying to be original and trying to do my own content. Because I am, somebody said that try to come up with your own content. It is my content. I didn't start Hypercam and recorded his video, did I? But yeah, I was gonna say that our storytelling is very different throughout, because I've been watching Skillz' video, I've been watching Chris Smoove for a little bit, and Chris Smoove has his style, AA9Skillz has his style of storytelling, and I think I have my style. I mean, I'm sure I have my style, obviously, but that's what I want you to see. Every video, don't try to see that, oh, he's called Junior, he's copying. No, just look at what I'm trying to say. Look at the story I'm trying to tell. Is it similar to AA9Skillz'? I don't think so, because it really isn't. So yeah, I don't know what kind of an impact this will have, because every new video, of course, new viewers that come from wherever they come and they see the storyline at the start, they see Cole Jr. and they're like, copied. Bam, verdict given, and that's it. But if you are a loyal viewer and you respect me, you do not have to think that I copied anyone, because that is not something I do, that is not something I condone, and that is not something I will ever do. I'm trying to tell my own story. I'm giving the basic idea that AA9Skillz took from Chris Smoove, and I'm giving it my twist to it. I'm trying to make it I'm trying to tell my own story here. But yeah, I don't know how much good this video will do. If you've been watching so far, good for you. But I've been Shade. Thank you for watching. Hope this clears up whatever issues might be. Goodbye.